Okay, everyone. I pointed this out before, but I'll do it again to make an emphasis. There's a related problem. There's always a related problem in every homework, and that you need to watch it. Stop and watch it. Okay? Now I'll do the alternative problem with you here, which is express the function f of x, which is log base 3 of the product 27 to the power 4x plus 9 times 81 to the power 2x plus 3 without logarithms. If you recall, we have two properties of logarithms that allow you to write a logarithmic statement without a logarithm. And you're going to need these two for the problems, whether it's the watch it problem or the problem I'm doing with you. So we know that if you have log base a of a to a power, the result should be the power, because a to what power is a to the x, and it checks. Okay, so that's one thing you could do. If I had this whole expression as log base 3 of 3 to a power, then the result from the property of inverses would be the power. So I could ask myself, can I take all of this and make it a power of 3? 27 is 3 cubed. 81 is 3 to the fourth. So the answer is yes. Or I could use rules of logarithms. Now I intend to show you this problem both ways. So let me start with this approach. If I make this f of x log base 3 of 3 to a power, then I'm first going to note that 27 is 3 cubed, and it's raised to the 4x plus 9. 81 is 3 to the fourth, and it's raised to the 2x plus 3. Okay, right now I'm following my nose with rules of exponents. Power to a power, I multiply exponents. So I'd have 3 times the quantity 4x plus 9, which gives me 3 to the 12x plus 27. And then 3 to the fourth to the power 2x plus 3 gives me 3 to the 8x plus 12. And 3 to a power times 3 to a power would mean that we add the exponents. That's a known rule of exponents. And then we would have log base 3 of 3 to the 20x plus 39 exponent. And then here I am at my rule, which is log base 3, 3 to a power is the power. Okay, certainly not to confuse anyone, but an alternate approach would be to use the companion rules of logarithms. So if I were to use my rules of logarithms, what I would see instead here is that the log of a product is the sum of the logarithms. And the logarithm of somebody to a power is the power times the logarithm. That's the third rule of logarithms. And then finally, the actual definition of a logarithm itself. Log base 3 of 27 means to which exponent do I raise 3 to get 27? The answer would be 3. Log base 3 of 81 would be to which exponent do I raise 3 to get 81? And that would be 4. In WebAssign, you're actually not required to simplify, okay? But just to show you that we get the same thing we got before, if I distribute, I end up with exactly the same thing. So you can use your rules of logs or your rules of exponents.